Hi there, I'm SciMaxD, call me Sci or Max, whichever you prefer, and in today's episode of Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, we're going to be taking care of a certain quest chain here in Colony 9. One that will award a 4th skill branch to... Well, I'm sure you've already figured it out based on who I've got as the party leader. Anyways, before we can start said quest, we need to have a quick chat with Désirée, I think that's how it's pronounced. And in all my years of playing this game, I never realized that the NPCs don't actually use the stairs like a... Wait. Oh, am I kidding? It's the same for everyone, just a... They've watching them tapping and I'm just getting carried away. Okay. Okay, once these two men have finished with their jumping games that they fell off the bridge. Anyways, Désirée, may I borrow your ear for a moment? If you don't mind listening, I'd like to get some things off my chest. Remember my father at all? He used to swing a hammer above his head all day, every day. He used to build and fix machines, and was really good at it too. Ran his own place. Sword Smithy, he called it. Best one in the entire colony. Everyone said it. This piece of dialogue here, it's a very special one. In order to view this, you need to have gained access to Store Marsh. And as you probably recall, Zord was the name of the hammer-toting faced mechon that attacked Sharla and Juju over at Spiral Valley. I thought I'd save this little revelation here for after we got the confirmation on what makes the faced mechon. Because this pretty much spoils any suspicions you might have had since then. Since the end of the Ether Mine. But he died a year ago in that battle with the mechon. And I couldn't even keep his shop open to close it down. That's why it's vital that I at least find something to do with my life. You know, talking about it made me feel a lot better. I'll think it over some more. Immediately after having this chat, provided you manage to get Colony 9's area affinity up to 4.5 stars, also Shulk in the lead, which I will just demonstrate now quickly. Really need some advice. Actually, no, don't worry. Really, it's Shulk I'd like to speak to. Ooh. Interesting that you would much rather speak to... One moment, I think the mailman's passing by. False alarm, it was just a car. Crazy dog just wanted some attention. With that... Shulk, you've been doing a lot of good deeds lately. The helpless and the hopeless alike, you fix their problems. Not exactly that desperate, but I am a bit lost at the moment. It's been a year now to decide what I'm doing with my life. That doesn't sound good. But the big problem, no, we're redoing this. One moment to reload and repeat a bunch of stuff. I'm not gonna reset everything, so I'll just do the chat over here. I shall take that. So confused. It's really been getting to me recently. Can I ask you advice? I'll ask for your advice. I know you're bad with machines. You can do other things. You don't need to worry. It's not just about money. I sold my dad's shop, and that's left me in an okay situation for now. Wait, that's not what I wanted to talk about. Come on, Shulk, listen to me. Désirée's future. This could be a bit of a long chat, so bear that in mind. In that case... Alright, now that we're settled in and you aren't moving anymore, let's begin listening to Désirée's long story. I know I'm always wandering out here at night, but it's not just for the sake of it. I have a good reason. I'm mulling over my future. I'm mulling as hard as I can. I hope that I'll figure it all out. Narrowing down the options is so difficult. It's taken about the same amount of time we've spent fighting. If you'll let me tell you about it, we could both take a short break. That's fine with me. Is it? It is? Thanks. You always do make such a good listener. I've got to a point where I've narrowed it down to 2 options. Now I can't decide between them. I spent forever thinking it over. Just can't know for sure which one would suit me best. I'll go crazy unless someone helps me choose. I can see the problem. I knew you would. Anyway, next time we chat, I'll tell you the details. Challenge yourself to listen to Désirée's long and boring story. Okay, so... First career path I'm considering is the Defense Force. Don't tell me your first thought was... a soldier? No way. Well, think again. I'm actually a really good shot. The lieutenant even told me I'd soon be an expert if I signed up. There are some drawbacks. 1, fighting is really dangerous. Fine, that one's a bit obvious. 2, I'm very bad with machines. What if it turns out I can't service my gun properly? I won't even be able to train. But if it works out, I could do all right for myself. The pay is good, and I think I'd enjoy the lifestyle. There are definitely some good arguments on both sides. You mind if I think it over? Not at all. Certainly spent long enough doing that. And now to actually hear the other side of the conversation while trying not to fall asleep to listening to today's story. Right, the other career path I might try to go down is... a sculptor. Don't laugh. I've got a budding interest in it. I've carved a pendant out of wood. I wouldn't say I'm that good yet. So much fun. You've become Kenny Rohan's pupil and learned properly. There are problems with this option too, though. 1, it doesn't pay very well. At all. 2, it's not exactly the most social of activities. I'd probably have no one to talk to all day but my own sculptures. Did I forget to mention that the other prerequisite to this questline is completing Jackson's Awakening? Possibly not the best career path if I'm trying to land a man. Well, you've completely lost me there, Désirée. I'm sorry, you're on your own for this. Okay, back in character. But I do enjoy it a lot. I'm glad everything worked out. I forgot this is when the affinity is changed. Oh, that was great. And Ricky's follow-up is just perfect for this. No one dance. Wonder what that would go like. Do you mind? I know my explanation is a bit long-winded and annoying. That's just because it matters so much to me. Let's take a deep breath and carry on. Nearly finished. Make it look like you enjoy listening to Désirée's long story. Oh, the writers had a lot of fun with this quest, I'm almost certain of it. Realistically, I'm sure I'd be able to do either job. I have an innate ability for one and a keen interest in the other. Guess there's no wrong answer. They'll both have ups and downs. That's exactly why it's so hard to decide. You pick for me instead. Me? Me? But it's your life we're talking about. Your entire life. But don't worry. I won't hold the grudge against you. In fact, I won't have any regrets. Whatever you decide, I'll do it and never look back. But there's no hurry. I'll wait until you've fought it out properly. I'm gonna just quickly save, and you'll understand why in a moment. The next time you speak to Désirée, you'll be deciding whether she becomes a soldier or a sculptor. Now before you do, I recommend looking at what she has to trade. Because what she offers now will change the moment you make her pick a career path. Now if you trade her an item with a value that's more than, I kid you not, 16,560. You've got to be kidding me. Well, that stinks. You can't overtrade with Désirée while you're deciding her future. If you do manage to trade an item that's at least 16,560 gold more, possibly even higher, you get the Snowy Striker. This is the one item that Désirée will offer to trade that will not be altered before and after she makes a career change. If it was guaranteed to have more than one slot, then this would actually be a pretty decent trade. We'll find better versions out there. Or even just a straight up better weapon altogether. Going forward and back and forward and back in time, which career path do you think would suit me best, Shulk? If the mic actually picked up the sound of my puppy sleep grumbling, I'll leave it in, otherwise this is going to be a really weird time skip. For this, I'm going to show you what both outcomes do, including the follow-up quest associated with them. I don't know why I put in the middle of... First off, let's go down the soldier route. You'd think I'd make a good soldier? It would feel nice to be able to protect people. Maybe I'll even find a nice soldier boy. Not a song, never mind. That part's just between us. Becoming a soldier could set me up for life. Good idea! You're welcome, but I don't think I actually did anything. Oh, stop being so pessimistic. You gave me the push I needed. I sort of wish I hadn't. It all goes wrong. Worry too much, Shulk. It'll be fine, I guarantee. I never realized before, but you're pessimistic as well sometimes. It's nice in a way. It's how kind and caring you are. But most of the time, it's still better to be confident in yourself. You're right. But you should remember to take your own advice, Désirée. True. I really have to do my best in my new career. Otherwise, I'll be eroding your self-confidence as well as mine. That's all the motivation I need. Oh, thanks for everything. And with that, fitting gear considering she's joining the defense force in this timeline. And Shulk's pessimism skill branch has been unlocked. We'll get to that in a moment because, as you can see here, not only has her portrait changed, but we'll see her items have also been altered. And on top of all these other factors changing as well, we track her location. Currently she's on guard duty right here by the commercial district's plaza. But even her entire night route completely shifts as well, guarding this back alley for some reason. The soldiers have been protecting the colony like this all along. Never realized how hard they worked to protect us until now. Most dangerous time of the day is when your shift is finishing. Your mind starts to wander and then you let your guard down. If we check up on her while she's in the commercial district between 9 PM and midnight, Dorothy and I have become really good friends. We're about the same age, but she's so mature. Underneath. That's nice. Being a gatekeeper is much cooler than patrolling like this. It's like you're the face of Colony 9. Maybe the novelty will wear off. During the witching hour, to begin with, I've been ordered to patrol the areas I know best. When you walk through an area every day, you think you know it. But really scanning it for signs of danger, it's a different ballpark. I finally feel like my father would be proud of me. I may be alone, but I'm getting on with my life. Now then, if we make our way over to the residential district and speak to Betty anytime between 6 AM to 9 AM, or 12 midday to 3 PM, or even afterwards. You know my friend? She's called Désirée. She joined the defense force. I don't think she's used to it yet, but she's doing her best. And with that, not only have we got a confirmed affinity link between Désirée and Betty, and sorry, it's really dry today in my throat. That's all I touch. But we get our follow-up quest from the friend herself. Please, you have to help me. My friend Désirée has joined the defense force. I wanted to tell her that it was too dangerous, but it looks like she's made up her mind already. Sounds like you've got a problem. Yet upon Ricky can help, Shulk, open your hum-hum ears! Yes, Ricky, right away. But if she's made up her mind, she should at least consider her attire. She needs to be wearing more feminine armor? I'm sorry, but when you say feminine, are you talking like feminine but practical, or the weird fantasy RPG tropey stuff that involves like having a breastplate that hugs the torso and effectively doesn't deflect blows that would go straight towards the center? Heaven forbid the battle bikini. Nonsense. Anyways. Sorry to ask, but could you get the materials I need to make it? I just need lucky skeeter wings and Vang hair clips. Oh yeah, and razor teasels. Oh, probably should have mentioned before, but in order to access Betty's gift and the alternate quest from Sculptor route, you need to have Colony 9's area up to 5 stars of affinity. This one's actually easier because it only requires you have access to Sator Marsh in order to complete. Thank you. I should be able to make some cute armor with the materials. I'll be waiting for them. No problem, leave it to me. Oh, Shulk and Ricky are on fire for this timeline. You're actually gonna hate having to redo it all. If you're having trouble with finding the materials, Nick will offer the lucky skeeter wings, provided Colony 9's at 3 stars of affinity, and Rosemary will provide you with the Vang hair clips once Colony 9's affinity reaches the 4th star. Don't know why I said it like that. Yeah, so I just remembered that razor teasels are an RFC collectible, so technically you can start this in the marsh but won't get to it until pretty much the mid-game. But Rufan will offer them for trade at 1-star affinity and Alchemoth, so that's something to note, I guess. Return to Betty with the 3 items in tow and... thanks! It can't have been easy. They're even cuter than I thought! The armor will be just what she needs. I'm glad everything worked out. Excellent job, Shulk. Really growing up fast. Oh, really? That means a lot coming from you. I won't let you down. Yes, thank you very much. I'll make some good armor that will look good on Désirée. By the way, don't tell her that you got the materials for me. But with that, we get a... Yeah, Ricky does have a chill art on him at the moment, but yeah. Chill damage 50%! Man, these rank 5 gems are pretty good. That's nice. Certainly better than realizing that completing Betty's gift does absolutely nothing to change Désirée's appearance. So now let's go back in time and take the Sculptor out. Because who cares about having a stable income when you follow your passions and... Yeah, I can relate to this way too much. It's important to try new things. Better to regret doing something than regret not doing it. That's what I always say, though I try to be a bit more eloquent. Anyway, I've made my decision, thank you. From here, it's pretty much the same as before with the follow-up. And with that, the rewards remain the same. Not a missed opportunity. And here we find that she's become a promising pupil to Kenny Rohan. The shift's altered a little bit as well, but it's nothing that we can't easily adjust. Also, I'll just show all 3 different grading lists that Désirée will offer, depending on what state of employment she's in, or lack thereof. And here we find the apprentice talking with the master. But before that, well, there's some optional things to look into. Once again, if you speak, Betty will also have something to say about Kenny's not actually being here. Speak to her between 6 AM to 9 AM. And I believe also... Yeah, I don't remember the timings, but... Still can't believe that girl. How could she betray me? I never want to see her again. Speak to her again, and I just want to stare at Kenny Rohan and forget everything. Seeing him just reminds me all over again. It makes me so angry. Yep. The affinity... Not only did the affinity go down, I speak to her again after 9, but before 3 PM. I'll never forget Désirée for becoming Kenny's student. She's a traitor! I've never been so angry in my entire... Yikes. As a side note, just to make things clear, these 2 little affinity down bits are completely optional. Because you want to make sure that Colony 9's area affinity stays at 9, there's only 5 stars, at 5 stars in order to do the follow-up quest. Now if we check in with Désirée at night time, again you need to have 5 stars area affinity and reach the Stall Marsh, which should be a given really. Oh, hello. I'm glad you're here. I have another favour to ask. Don't worry, I won't talk your ear off again this time. Could you go into more detail? Only took 3 minutes this time. I hope you can help. I've had a bit of a falling out with my friend Betty. We've been friends for 10 years, but something's torn us apart. And it's Kenny Rohan. Betty's a really big fan of his, you see. And now I've become his pupil without even telling her. I don't blame her for getting upset. I need to go and apologize, try and make up with her. But I want to give her a present at the same time. Sure, you're sick of this kind of thing by now. But you wouldn't mind collecting some stuff for me, would you? Growing apart from someone you call a friend is truly unfortunate. I'm glad you agreed, Dunban. And since you feel that strongly, I would really appreciate your help. I need 2 Crabble artworks and 2 Laughing Brog bags. You can find both in Colony 9, so you won't have to look too far. Could you also go to RFC and get 4 Night Lilies? Yeah, no matter which path you take, you gotta get to RFC, so... Hence why I didn't bother taking this quest as soon as I could. As well as the whole sword thing from the beginning. But yeah, instead of a chill +5, you'll get blaze +5 of the same value. Thank you. I know you help a lot of people, so you might not remember them at all. But you really threw me a lifeline in my hour of need. I'll never forget that. No problem, leave it to me. I'm redoing this. Okay, 4 Hearts of Affinity, and 4 Hearts of Dunban this time. Good! Now as for where to find these items... Collecting the items in reverse order because why not? Best place to find Night Lilies is, as you imagine, within Forest Cave, over at RFC at night. And if neither of them have emigrated, you can trade Night Lilies for Makrish, even at 1 stars of Upper Bionis Area Affinity. As well as Laughing Brog bags from Perrine. And as for the Crabble artworks, I'm afraid that you will need to go and take out the soul, whichever the phrase item on the collectible. But yeah, you're gonna have to take on the solid Crabbles outside of Colony 6 at night. That's okay, is probably the best chance of getting them all. I mean, it's either that or you attempt an overtrade with Sukazu where you hand him an item worth 2,270 gold more than what he'll offer. All that collected, let's have a chat with Désirée. Did you find everything? Hey, I knew you would. So dependable, more than anyone else in the whole colony. Now I just need to make my present for Betty. I'm glad everything worked out. Hold on, did I miss a follow-up? I probably did. Excellent job, Shulk. You're really growing up fast. Really? That means a lot coming from you. I won't let you down, Dunban. And finished! I just know Betty will forgive me when she sees this. Thank you, you've saved my life again. Sweet gem. And sweeter rewards. Completing this will automatically remove all animosity from Betty towards both Kenny and Désirée whilst improving their affinity. Sure, you might not get any connections with Dorothy and Désirée, but it's still pretty nice. Now let's have a look at Shulk's Pessimism skill branch, which will improve his E for defense when prioritized. First up, Fight of the Future will extend the time before a vision becomes reality. Which, as you can imagine, that's a pretty useful skill to have on an active party member. Stealth Warrior will reduce the aggro drawn from using arts, which... Oh yeah, this one definitely synergizes really well with the elements of surprise. You know what? Give me one moment. One. And a 2. I like that. Even the lowest level enemies will guarantee at least 1 skill point. Because I only needed 2 more to unlock the underdog thing. Which means I can switch over to this skill tree because Stealth Warrior is just that good. Next up, Epic Evasion. Increases the chances of burst affinity after evading. Which is pretty good because that's one of the ways burst affinity is obtained. And ultimately, we've got Forced Mercy, which will reduce the aggro when damage is received. Which means even more aggro is lost than before. And finally, Immunization. This grants an immunity to debuffs that reduce stats. Now you may be wondering, is the UI bugged? Because I don't see any percentage rates of this. It isn't. This skill, once unlocked and linked with any other party members, will completely negate all strength, ether, agility, down stats, and similar. It's really good. To offset this, the amount of affinity coins you need to link it to other party members is really high. And now to cap things off for this episode, we're gonna go a teeny bit ahead in the story. Let's speak to the captain here by the entrance to Alchemov. I've received orders from Prince Kalyan. I am to take you to Magna Forest in this vessel. Are you ready to depart? With that, we're here on the pod landing site on the other side of the broken bridge in the Magna Forest. As you can see, we've got a quest marker here. Not every day I got a humid weather this early. But anyways, this one little action has opened up a whole slew of different side quests for us to take care of. On top of a few more that I haven't begun yet. But that's where we're going to leave things for today. Next time on Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, we're going to be taking care of a few quests over in Frontier Village. Last one of which will get us the 4th branch for Shala. Don't worry, Ricky, your time will come eventually. Till then, may you have a good day. Turns out you can get Brian and Melly Talon's Heart to Heart registered here. I just forgot to grab the icon after everything that happened at the start of the game.